of the things that we're actually getting ready to start doing on the road is I don't get paid a dime for my mix. My mix has been one of those things that we were able to get those things and work out a good deal with them.
Right.
But we don't get paid a dime, and we're out there trying to change over what the church market thinks about personal monitoring systems and about what they think about the Aviom. Because the thing is it's almost like Kleenex or Solo cups.
Yeah.
When you think, okay, I want a plastic cup, you think Solo cup. When you think I need a toilet tissue, I'm going to go Kleenex.
Kleenex, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what's happened in the church market is that, if I'm going to do personal monitoring systems, I got to do Aviom.
Right. Right.
Because they have done a good job of marketing that.
Yeah.
And you got to give them credit.
Yeah.
But what we're doing is we're trying to come in and tell people, hey, look, you don't have to settle for the mediocrity of that any longer. And, dude, I know that this sounds like that I'm just knocking Aviom. And I hate that, but my experience with it just has not been the greatest.
Right.
But what we're doing is we're trying to go in and say, look, there are other options out there that are going to cost you probably less than you spent on the Aviom.
Right, right. That means something.
And that means a whole lot.
Yeah.
The fact that you're in this improved technology that these guys have. And also what we're going to start doing is at our shows, we're using the MyMix. But what we're going to actually do is start setting up 2 stations at the front of house console with headphones that guys can come in, like the audio directors and music ministers at those churches can come in and plug in their headphones or their own in-ears if they choose to, and they can actually listen and actually mix at the same time, so they can virtually see our mix, what we have as far as the channels that are listed, and they can mix their own during the show.
Okay, yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great.
So it gives people like a virtual way of how these things work. And I was telling somebody this the other day, like in the fact of there's no reverb on the Aviom.
Yeah, definitely.
All you have is treble, bass, master volume. And you can pan, which is nice. But on the MyMix systems, and if you were to add, I think I told you this the other day, if you add reverb, you've got to put it in one of the channels on the Aviom.
Right, so you lose a channel.
Number one, you lose a channel, and it's adding reverb to the entire mix.
Right.
You know better than anybody. You added reverb to the entire mix of anything, and it's going to sound like crap.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you need to be able to isolate it.
Yeah, there's no isolation. Well, on the MyMix, you actually have a choice of, I think it's 3 different types of reverb, and you can add it to a single channel. You can add it to the vocals. You can add it to the guitar if you need a little bit of sustain in your ears as far as that's concerned. And you take up no channels. Yeah,
that's an incredible feature.
Then there's also a 3-band EQ. So, there's a lot to these things that you don't get in your normal Aviom system. And I'll be honest, I've used the Roland one time, and I couldn't even recall what I
thought about it.
There was nothing special about it.
Okay.
And then the Proco, there's some friends of mine that had the Momentum system from Proco, and they loved it because it was actually wireless.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like those units were wireless. It was its own split snake, so it was pretty cool. Some of the things, but as far as what I've seen with the MyMix, it's still, even if you're not wireless, it blows everything else out of the water.
Okay.
The one thing that we're getting ready to do, and right now we're using a console as the preamp, and it's funny, dude, it's an old Yamaha console. It's probably from the 80s, like mid to early 80s.
Oh, okay.
But the preamps in that thing sound amazing.
Right.
But we never even have to take it out of its case because we're using it for the just basically as the preamps for the MyMix.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But we're about to go to a Clark Technic split sync.
Yeah.
And if you have people look those up, the price on those actually just came down immensely.
Okay.
Like I'm telling you, like a lot. So you can actually take those things in there, split snake. So if you take a multi-pin and kind of solder everything in there, you can end up making your setup virtually so easy with those Clark Technics.